Good afternoon. It is Sunday, December 13th, and I have been so busy this morning I haven't had a chance to do any video clips. We get up and go to church first thing in the morning, and then where we run the live stream cameras, and then we have Bible study, and we had an outreach project to do afterwards. And then I came home and washed like 5 meals worth of dishes by hand and started laundry and had to do all that stuff. And now I'm back in the car and I am heading back up to church for our evening recovery worship service that we hold. I go up there on Sunday nights to record the service. So I will be up there for a little bit and I will pop back on later. Good morning. It is Monday, December 14th, and I did not post a video yesterday because I was so busy I didn't get very many video clips, but I'm going to work on it today, and I am up early waiting for my work day to start and my kids to get up. And we don't have anything super special planned for today, but we are going to work more on A Christmas Carol so we can get that book finished. And my kids want to start making some Christmas cookies, so we will probably start planning those out a little bit. I just got back from taking my son to work. I was going to let him drive despite some of the ice on the road, but his car is frozen into the driveway, so I loaded up the kids I'm watching and took him to work, which was fine because it gave me an excuse to get in the car and listen to Christmas music and to stop by the coffee shop and get myself a giant holiday spice caramelicious coffee. So now I'm back and I'm going to make lunch, and then hopefully we'll get to sit and knit a little bit. It is afternoon, and I'm trying to lay the kids down in the other room, but they're not falling asleep. But I am sitting down trying to knit while they fall asleep, and what I'm knitting is actually kind of funny. I started, the very first sock I ever knitted was 2 years ago, because some people are just sock knitters, and I'm not, I guess. But the first sock I ever knitted was a Hermione's Everyday sock, and I was knitting it on the Woolen Homestead, Tiffany from the Woolen Homestead, one of their colorways, which I have long forgotten. I think it's something Bubbles something. I've forgotten the colorway name off the top of my head. Sorry, Tiffany. But I found my almost done first sock in a bag. In the back of my knitting cabinet underneath absolutely everything. So I never even finished the first sock. So I decided I'm almost to the toe. So I decided I'm going to go back and finish the sock and make the second one because I really do like the colors of it. But as my first sock too, you can see I have a major mistake that I didn't know how to fix. And I just decided to leave it and that it would be fine on the other one when I make my other one. So that's where it's at. So yeah, that's what I'm currently working on. It's kind of funny because I forgot all about it from 2 years ago. It was actually my Advent knit from 2 years ago. So now I'm going to finish this one and see how quickly I can knit the second one. But that's what I'm currently working on.
falling. The air is still in the silence of my room.
So it's the afternoon and I finished my first Hermione Everyday sock. Still needs blocked. This is the one I started 2 years ago, and I told you I only had the toe left, but you can see where my mistake was here when I first did it. When I turned it, I did it inside out or backwards. And so then I couldn't figure out back then how to fix it. And so I just left it and said, oh well. And then since then I've made another pair of socks and they turned out fine. But so when I finish the second one of this, it just won't have the mistake on there, and that's totally fine because nobody really looks at my feet. But that's what I finished up real quickly this afternoon, and then later I'm going to show you some of the projects that I still have on my needles from like over a year ago that I haven't completed, and my goal is to work on those for the rest of this month and next month. So I'll show you those here shortly once I'm done with work.
The words of love you send me. If I could know within my heart that you were lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter's night with you.
Right now, it is now 6 o'clock and I am working on getting dinner started. I have been craving roast chicken breasts, just oven baked chicken breasts for the last couple weeks. I don't know why, but it sounds really good. So I'm making that and steaming some broccoli and having probably some brown rice or something to go with it. But after a long day, I decided to make myself a little simple homemade margarita, so that's what I am treating myself to while I start dinner, and go through some recipe books to plan the meals for the rest of this week.
Breathe a sigh or two. I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter's night with you, and to be once again with you.
So I said earlier today that I wanted to show you what I was working on for my projects, and I'm about ready to get ready for bed. It's 9:15, but I'm so tired again and I want to go to bed early tonight so I can catch up on some sleep. So I'm going to show you real quick what I am working on, my different projects that I've been working on for a long time, and then I'm going to get ready for bed after that. So here's the things I've been working on. So this is the Hermione's Everyday sock that I finished today, that I started 2 years ago. So now I need to cast on the second sock and work on that one and get it done. Also, last year, my Advent cast on was this sock, which is called the Rhinebeck Roomies by Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady. And the yarn in this is actually something that I naturally dyed. So the gray is from avocado with some iron added in. And the orange is from madder root. Has a little bit of variation in there. So I finished that one last year. So I need to cast, well, I have the second one actually cast on, but I've only gotten this far with it. So that's something I'm working on. In this basket, I have a couple different projects actually. So in here, in this bag, it's hard to tell, sorry, I don't have very good light in here right now, but in this bag, I actually cast this sweater on a year and a half ago. I've never made a sweater before, so this is the sweater I'm making, and it is, The papers are all messed up. It is by Andrea Mowry, the Weekender sweater, and a denim blue. So I'm working on that I need to finish because I have a ton of other sweater projects that I want to work on, but I need to do a sweater too, from beginning to end, to really know what I'm doing. And then last January for my New Year cast on, I started the Casa Pinka Perfect Blend Mystery Knit Along shawl, which is at the bottom of this basket. And that has a bunch of fun colors in it and a bunch of fun textures. So that's the shawl I'm working on through there. So I'm going to work on that also. I have another couple little projects that I have been working on. One thing that I am working on is designing a hat for my sister in Wyoming who has a cattle ranch. This is their brand for their cows and their logo for Diamond K Ranch. And so I am working on getting this measurements right because they would like winter hats that has this knitted on there. So those are some of the current projects I'm working on, but I have other things I want to work on, like my daughter wants to make one of Andrea Mowry's hats. She wants me to make that for her. That has kind of a dark purple and white that I'm going to be working on. And my son, my youngest son, wants me to make him a hat that has ear flaps in this red color. And then my older two sons also want hats, but they don't know what color or what pattern yet, so need to work on that. And then I thought about making some quick knit mittens for the older daycare kids that I watch. So we'll see if I get to that before next Friday for Christmas. I don't know if I'll have time because this week is already really crazy busy, but yeah, those are some of the projects I'm working on, and I just wanted to show you those things. And now I'm going to sign off for the night, and I'm going to go get ready for bed and try and get a good night's rest. So I will see you guys tomorrow.